Hello, and welcome, everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. So to start this off, as per usual, we have open slots. If you want to support us on what we do, there's media. And of course, as per always, there is projects. If you're interested in that, just go to our page, type any of those in with an exclamation point in front of them, and you'll be fine. But, hello, Biscuit. As you can maybe hear from the music, we're having a little recap right now from last session. Where last we left off, our group of adventurers had traveled into the depths of the mountain, came across some of the planar protectors and laws of nature discerned by the greater beings above to protect it, passing trials and doing the impossible by gaining favor through them. You called upon the brown dragon to take you to Luna, and when you did so, it breathed a beautiful breath of sharp energy upwards, breaking through the mountain and allowing you all to travel downwards. Once inside its domain, it breathed against the wall, which all of you saw led into a different realm type of area, somewhere that you're not terribly familiar with or that you have much knowledge about. However, as you were passing through there, you felt that something was a little different, and you met the seer, a long forgotten woman named Luna that, well, very powerful. You all sat down for a meal that she seemed to prepare in anticipation of all of you. The meal went very well. It was delicious, well prepared, great hostess. Then, you had to turn to a more serious note, revealing why you needed Vita, and she was clearly hesitant as she is the responsible guardian of such a legendary artifact. You begged her and beckoned her, but she didn't seem to budge very easily. That was until you revealed that you all knew somebody. Someone that you've been dealing with since the very first story arc of this game, Archon. Someone that most of the party is not very familiar with, but those of you who've been around that long know quite a bit about him. Turns out that this individual wronged Luna, and when that happened, she became the avatar of her god that she worshipped. Not any of the measly gods on this plane of existence, but one of the true greater beings that oversaw all of existence across all of the multiple planes that happened. She was such a devastation that it took most of the powerful warriors and champions on this plane just to be able to seal her away where she was down here. She seemed to have an in-depth knowledge about Lucian, and summoned a massive sphere, an annihilating sphere, and threatening him to start casting a portal to get her out. And as payment, she would allow each of you to leave, as well as kill Marcon. That she intends to do anyways. Lucian made the mistake that he always makes in haggling. However, this time it proved to be a bit more of a difficult situation, as this individual was past the realm of simple logic and communication. She wanted what she wanted, and she was not letting anybody get in the way. So she moved the sphere closer. You, wanting to call a bluff, decided that you were going to try haggling a bit more, until she thrusted it even closer. At which point your allies decided that you were going to die if you didn't do something, and jumped into action. A grueling battle went across, and you saw that Grim, seeming to wanting to protect the wife of his patron, was trying to help her survive by attacking all of you. Through the battle, You managed to pull the tides in your favor using trickery and the in-depth knowledge that Glacies possesses on how to handle creatures that are clearly more powerful than yours. Unfortunately, though, while the battle was waning against her, she decided that she was going to make a move and whispered a single word to Glacies, dropping her immediately dead on the ground. Now, Gabriella, you saw this looking at your best friend, the person that you have been bonding with for so long and admiring very closely and from afar as she did what she always does, feeling a natural bond and kinship between you. You heard that familiar voice that you've heard on many occasions now, and whom you're starting to slowly realize it may be. It told you how Vita works, and you had a decision to make. You would either choose life, in which case Luna, in her natural state, and with the mystical power she has, would come back, and you would have to deal with her yet again. Or you would choose death, and not allow anything else here to live. You looking at the threat and the annihilation that this individual could do on a whim, not wanting her to have access to the world that you want to protect, decided to make a near impossible decision and have chosen death. Allowing Glacies to be permanently in the state that she is in. As well as Luna, though. And as you're all sitting there, catching your breath after the battle, I hand it over to you.
Gabriella's off to the side by herself, trying to stay close to Glacie's body.
Is there anything you can do for Glacies? We don't have the components with us.
It doesn't matter. Even if Vita would allow me to bring her back at this point, now that I've chosen Null, I don't think Fierna would let her come back to me. But maybe.
Is there any way to contact Fierna? I know Glacies usually looks in water or something.
I'm gonna look over Glacies. Is she bleeding anywhere?
She has some superficial wounds.
I'm gonna try and get some of her blood on me and take it over to the nearest water source and drop it in.
You take it and you sprinkle it into the small little pond over on the side. And as this happens, you see the image shifts and becomes almost staticky in nature as you hear a disgruntled voice. Hello? Blaze? The hell do you want? Not having a clear image or any realization about what's happening.
Lady Fierna?
You're the angel?
I am. My name's Gabby.
Why, where's Glacies?
She fell in battle.
That can't be. She would be here right now.
I stopped her soul from going back.
You?
I didn't want to. But to stop somebody else, somebody incredibly powerful and threatening to this world.
You took Lacey's from me.
I didn't kill her.
No.
I wanted her back. She was my best friend.
Listen here, you rat. If you made the choice to stop her soul, then free it. Now, I want that soul. It is worth more than you can possibly know, and she has quite a debt to still pay off. I do not care about the devastation that you have caused, or what it will cause. You release her, or by all of the hells, we will come for you.
I can't do it. I can't let that kind of destruction come to this plane. I was hoping that maybe you had some way to help me bring her back, but it's obvious now that this is beyond even you.
Her soul was my only connection. I do not know where it is.
What if another soul was offered up?
That only works if we know where the original soul was. I don't know why you were trying to bargain with me.
Because I want her back.
Then let her back. But do not waste any more of my time. You release her or suffer the consequences. I give you 7 days. And the static immediately stills.
Teardrops fall from Gabby's eyes to the water where Fiona just was.
Reagan?
What were you talking about? You said you stopped her from coming back? What's that about?
It's the power of Vita. My goddess let me know that I had a moment to choose between life and death. I could either bring Glacies back, but it would also bring Luna back in all of her infinite power. Or I could choose for both of them to stay dead forever.
Shit. That's a hard choice.
Glacies was my best friend. I really wanted to bring her back, but if it meant that people were going to die in this world, I couldn't do it.
Well, and if you brought her back, there's a very good chance that Luna would have killed us all in the shape we're in now.
You don't think I know that? I don't know what to do. I need to be alone for a minute.
I understand.
And I'm going to go kneel by Glacies and just stay there quietly for a little bit.
Elias, you go over to Reagan and help her up, and she's slowly coming back to consciousness.
She's just got a line of blood dripping from her nose and just like sits up and looks around and
Luna is still embedded on his horns at this point.
so we got her. Okay. That's something. Do we have Vita?
Touchy subject, yes. Yeah. I think we should just take a moment. Analyze, picks up the corpse from his horns, puts it down.
So, when you remove the corpse, Elias, you do see that there's this divine glow inside of her chest that keeps trying to bring her, but just stops. Over and over and over. Make a medicine check.
Medicine. Hey, 12.
She does come back to life, and then immediately dies. She's stuck in this cycle over and over. There's something inside of her that is making her come back. What it is, you can't really tell, but her death is something that is not being accepted.
Would I be able to tell if this was painful?
Incredibly.
Good riddance. And I'm going to walk away from the corpse. Or the pseudo corpse.
Reagan's gonna try and take her head.
You take out one of... you get a blade from somebody.
Well,
I mean, she has a blade.
I have my
She has a longsword. Longsword of sharpness.
Oh, that's the weapon that you brought with you. Okay.
It's your one item.
So you cut through it and sever the head itself, and you watch the head just disintegrates into some dust and floats away. There's no bleeding.
and the rest of the body's still there.
Yes. And the body is still going through that same cycle.
Does the head regrow?
As of now, no.
So did she have Vida just loose, or was it like in an item that she took it out of?
Loose.
Okay.
With your experience with these items, Lucian, you know that they can be manipulated and called upon in dire circumstances, if communed to properly, to display a quick burst of their capabilities. But then they go dormant after that. You went through a similar process with your stone.
Yeah. I want us to take a look at her body and see if there's anything that she has, similar to how I had to have Croton's heart to gain more mastery over Tempest. Does she have anything on her like that?
Roll an investigation.
Well, I'm still exhausted. This will be interesting.
While you're doing that, you all look over at the side of the wall, which Grim is still leaning against, looking perfectly fine. And out from the wall, you all watch this massive figure step through. It looks like some type of automaton with a large amber dial in its chest and a single looming eye that walks out, grabs onto his head with sharpened nails, gives one squeeze, and you watch as the entire head bursts. And then immediately opens up a portal behind it, looks back towards each of you, gives a quick scan, and then passes through the portal. Gabriella, something inside of you tells you what that creature is. It's a Marut. It is a guardian of law and a guardian of deals. When you break an infernal contract or any like contract that is situated by magical means or purposes, this is the thing that punishes you for that. They are one of the inevitable forces of the universe. They can be killed, they can be destroyed, but they cannot ever stop hunting to break them.
Gabby looks up and sees it and then immediately turns back to Glacies.
"12 investigation."
Yeah, I used my inspiration to offset my disadvantage and didn't go very well.
I mean, at least you have that plus 10. Luna has two things on her person other than the outfit she wears. In her left pocket is a small diary, very tiny, calligraphy writing on the front of it with her own name, Luna Morningstar, and a small silver chain necklace. Has a locket on the center. You open it up and you see on the inside of it there are very small little paintings of a adorable looking child with half black, half blonde hair and a disorienting smile. One looks gritty and infernal while the other one is perfectly straight and normal. And she's just being held by Lucifon.
Okay.
But as far as you can tell, those are the only two things on her person.
Yeah. I'm debating whether I want to take them to try to give them to Lucifon at some point or just leave them with her body. I'll probably just leave them with her, because if I give them to Lucifon, he'll probably kill me.
So,
If he finds out she's dead.
as you all sit there, Gabriella, you feel a warmth despite all of the cold that surrounds you. And you see a pair of knees just kneel down in a long amber-like dress beside you. You turn to her and you see the flowing red hair as you've seen it once before, and the darkened brown, beautiful, flawless skin.
I look up at her, just tears running down my eyes. Is there anything you can do?
I've done everything I can. The decision has to be yours. Why we chose you. I cannot tell you if you made the right choice or not. All I know is there was one to be made. We wanted you to make it. I'm sorry.
But why me? Why Glacies? Of all the people in the world, why us too?
You all hear Gabriella, and you see the silhouette of this woman kneeling beside her. The robes kind of like fluidly flow, and you don't see any discernible end to it. is meant to happen. There had to be somebody. Somebody had to make the decision. Somebody always does here.
Can we hear this?
You can. The only decision I could make was who we wanted this responsibility thrusted upon.
What is it? What game are you all playing with our
This
lives?
is no game. This is safety. This is persistence. There are laws that go above any gods. Ones that must be adhered to. And the gods may not have that power, though many of them seek it, and seek to manipulate those that have it. There's a small group of you that are protected by us. Those of us that want to keep this ability, this power in mortal hands only. The best that we can do is hope that you will make good decisions in your life. And hope that you have the best interests for all of existence.
Is this decision set, or can it be changed?
The individual kind of moves their head and looks back at you. Decisions are always made in a moment. However, the outcome can always be changed. It's an infinite possibility. Things can always move. Things can always be adjusted. There are very few things in all of existence that cannot be altered.
Well, Luna knew that I can get her out of here.
Yes.
I could get all of us out of here, so then if we choose life, if she comes back, we won't be here, and she'll still be trapped.
I'm not sure that's how it works. I think those that are affected by the stone, if I choose the opposite direction, are also released from the stone.
Well, it's not the stone that's trapping her here, it's the individuals who trapped her here.
Oh, the area, yes. But if I switch the stone to life, I might be able to bring Lacey's back, but Luna will definitely come back.
Yeah, and I just mean, well, let's get out of here and then make that determination.
Will she still be trapped, though? Or would her death maybe have circumvented that somehow?
I cannot
If it
tell
were
you
that
anything.
easy, she probably would have killed herself already. She seems to be undying. She's already trying to come back. I mean,
And if it's her body that or soul or whatever it is that they imprisoned here, we haven't changed any of that.
I am given 5 minutes here. The material gods have no claim in Zodiac. I've been chosen to tell you all something. You didn't happen upon this journey by coincidence, any of you. Each of you were chosen to have hope thrusted upon. Each of you a conduit of belief. Do not think of yourselves as our champions, but as our hope. The only things I'm allowed to tell you are what you are. Crafted and born to be. Gabriella, you've known since your birth that you are a conduit of justice, life, and beauty. Lucian, your birth was chosen to be inquisitive, to seek all knowledge, to understand how things will unfold. Do not simply ask us, but seek it. You will find everything you need to. Just how you're made. Reagan. You were chosen for war. Mastery of battle. I'm sorry. Elias. You were chosen for sentry, protection. But you must get the one for conquest. When all of you are together, you are far more powerful, and now that you've lost the Huntress, you need him more than ever. Seek the knowledge you want, knowledge you need, and know that these stones are conduits of will itself. That is all. And the will of a mortal can always guide or manipulate it. So prove yourself to be stronger. She moves upwards into a floating position. You see gold flakes just sparkling the ground around her. I am sorry for each of you. But all you have to do is do what you've always wanted, what your heart has always pointed you towards. And Gabriella, no matter where Glacis is on this realm, Vita allows the soul to go where it is meant to. She moves backwards and begins to slowly dematerialize. What your choices are have been made known. What would you all like to do?
Elias, can you gather up her body and let's all get out of here?
I'll carry her.
Lift her up. Easily.
Jero,
Yes.
is the body of Grim still there?
No. The creature that took it went away.
Oh, I didn't catch the part where you took it. Right.
I'll go over near Glacy's body. When everyone gets within 10 feet of me, I'll teleport us back to the monastery.
You focus inwards, feeling the vibrating energy in the area. Disappear and appear inside of the middle station. The centralized building that all of you became very familiar with. However, there are large chunks in the stone around you. Hulking boulders that have crashed through the monastery itself, littering the territory. And as you look in front of you, you see the Grand Masters looking beaten and bruised in front of the Grey Mountain Monastery, as well as a familiar individual with his one arm limp to his side and his blade drawn, staring at each of you, breathing heavily. Snowbill. Now, we're going to flash back. Nobu.
Mm-hmm.
You got frustrated with the circumstances and the fact that Lucian made a deal that went against your family. And you decided that you're going to attempt these trials yourself. Without permission, without guidance, or without focus of your inner self, you walked forward into the Great Valley.
The hookah helped.
Let's use that phrasing.
Sorry. Yes.
But as you walk forward and you stare outwards, the valley itself seemed to adjust, quake, and quiver around you. When it rematerialized, you saw a darkened, hellish scape in front of you. Decrepit-looking chapels and buildings falling to pieces, with a wide-open door and overflowing large clouds bellowing and hooking through the area. You walked forward into the building. Immediately you saw your sister being attacked, your nephew, who's taken your name, about to be slain. An instinct kicked into you, and you charged after them. You broke through the mirror. You destroyed every single creature in front of you. You then noticed that you kept seeing them in different mirrors, different states of being attacked over and over and over. And for what felt like months, endlessly you were charging, breaking through, and attacking every single person, never stopping and never hesitating. During this cycle, you looked through one of the mirrors and you saw your previous allies walking past. Elias stopped for a moment and started painting a picture. And the mirror that you were past, the other side of, You saw Grim rip a piece of parchment from it, crumpling it up and throwing it to the ground. You banged on it several times, trying to break through this one like you've done countless others. However, your allies seemed to not be able to hear you as they continued past. You kept focusing on them, and you saw once again another vestige of people trying to attack your sister and your nephew. You realized that this was some tormenting loop, possibly even hell, for you to experience. Instead of acting out in hatred, you let your curiosity win for once. And when you pushed against the mirror, you slipped through, following after them in quiet secret. You stood outside the door as all of them talked to this angelic being with widespread wings, hearing exactly what it was saying and noticing it looking past all of them and speaking to you as well. As soon as they discerned where they were going to go, you took the opportunity to slip ahead of them, moving faster than any of them. And when you made it up to the peak of that mountain, and you saw the bolt of lightning being aimed towards you, up in the skies, a huge entity appearing to throw and thrust it down at you. You smiled up at it, and you let it pierce straight through. There's a unique quality about you, Nobu. No matter what happens, you just don't stop. Ever. You appeared before this magnificent being and had a conversation as to why you thought that you deserved Vita. And instead of giving some insightful bullshit that you would never have cared about anyways, you told it honestly. You don't think others should have it. You don't think they're responsible enough. They won't protect people. They'd rather sit in the corner and hide from all of their problems, acting like they're protecting people, when you know how things really have to go. You take the fight to the enemy. You eviscerate them. You attack until there is nothing more and they are no longer a threat to the people who deserve a peaceful. You know that you don't deserve a peaceful life. You've never had one. And in your fit of rage against this creature, it seemed impressed with your words. Now, it initially did not allow you to have the item. And you didn't take that terribly well. So you do as you always do. You teleport into the middle of the fight, directly up towards them. No hesitation, knowing that at any moment you can die. But it smiled when you did. And it struck you down where you stood. You rematerialized on the top of that mountain, where you heard its voice telling you, you will not be given Vita. You don't deserve it. But you deserve to protect it. It informed you that this monastery, the people who have been protecting such an artifact for so long, is about to be laid siege to. Leo's forces have found where it is. It gave you one option. Two options. Fight, as you always do to get Vita, or do what you're really good at.
Go kick some shit out of Leo.
So you ran past the other side of the mountain, moving through everything, passing by every obstacle, not caring about any more of the trials or tests or any other aspect of it. And when you finally made it down there, tired Sweaty, out of breath, you saw siege weaponry being set up outside the forest, aimed at the monastery. You saw Leonidas taking up the offensive. And you see hordes of soldiers. Knowing that the only real protectors of this monastery were 2 monks. Or maybe more than that. Hard to tell sometimes. They hit people really hard. They're good at it. For the past...
I'd keep as many... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I would try and keep as many here as possible.
For the past 2 days, you've been fighting. Not allowing yourself to breathe or rest for longer than an hour, at best. Every time a new wave of these soldiers coming forward, you being the first line of protection for them. Blasting them from afar, and any time that they would try to break further past, being the dealt hand that they chose. The 2 monks nearly fell about a dozen times, and you even more than. However, it's been slowing down the advances as you are breathing heavy, trying to catch your breath yet again, beyond exhausted right now. And you hear a vibration of energy behind you. You look back, and you see your, even to this day, allies. Broken, bloodied, bruised, nearly dead, and Glacies, still unmoving. You're all together.
And then we just kind of like wipes off the sweat a bit, spits a little blood to the side. Shit, and I thought I looked bad.
Gabby, yes, you know Nobu.
Is he whose house we were at the beginning of this arc?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that was technically my house, but he was there.
The other house.
It's the house we had dinner with Gordon Ramsik.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
And the adorable child that you all protected.
Yep.
And Reagan just straight towards the Grandmasters.
You begin running past and right up to them, and both of them are like leaning against the sides, breathing heavily, and you've never seen either of them break a sweat before in your life, and they are exhausted right now. And Reagan, hello. Were you successful?
What's been going on?
Were you successful?
Yes, with a price.
Then leave. Take it. Leon knows where we are, and he's on his way.
And the others?
Leave.
I won't leave you two.
No, you will. You have to. This monastery is nothing but a building. Buildings can be rebuilt. Vita must be protected. Leo is on his way.
Then
Elias.
Yes, Elias?
Elias is going to Lumberford as well. But you can't.
That is fine. Then we will keep them here, and keep them focused here as long as we can.
They've run out of Vanguard. They're gonna start sending worse.
Yeah.
I can get us out of here, but I need a minute this time.
Go.
that gives us a minute to grab our things.
Get it.
Well, yeah, we gotta have our things.
Lucian,
If you
you just drop down and start casting?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell him to get my stuff, though.
if you
Yeah.
jump out of the window, it'll be faster.
Yeah, Reagan just vertical climbs, jumps, whatever she needs to do to get to that stuff.
Hardcore
So-
parkour. Yep. Both of
Parkour,
you
parkour.
charging towards the building and not even waiting to open it. Elias breaking the door open. No hesitation, no
You said it can be repelled.
Yeah. You run inside, gathering up everything as quickly as possible, gathering it, making sure, doing a quick check, and running back. As all of you are standing out there, Nobu, you notice over the horizon that there's a new troop, much larger, battle-clad individuals moving forward. One of them being Leonidas, and he has a new blade. You're muted.
Oh shit. Fuck. Okay.
And for perspective, Nobu, you're probably on your second level of exhaustion at this point.
Yeah,
fighting
that's
2
what I
days
was gonna-
straight.
I was
And
gonna ask
I'd
you.
say you're at most at 15 hit points.
Okay. All right. I still have all my spells back though. 'cause
Every
I'm
short
warlock.
rest. Every short rest. And your second wind.
Yeah.
But that's probably why you're at 15 hit points. So
Yeah. Yep.
I just
And
double
hit
checked.
points
I don't
first.
have.
Heal myself when I kill somebody with it. So.
what'd you say, Lucian?
Oh, I was just double checking, and I don't have any 5th level spell slots or 7th level spell slots, but I have one 6th level spell slot to teleportation circle us out of here.
Well, that's what you gotta do then.
Can't be. Did everyone make it all right?
You see Glacy's in her hands, in her arms.
We gotta go.
Okay. My arm's really messed up.
Elias like walks over towards you and with a full fist just like picks you up. Probably
My
crushing your
my
arms
legs
to the
are
side.
fine.
Yeah, Elias,
My
you
legs
feel
are
his
fine.
bones are breaking in that left arm just by you touching.
Yeah. And I'm going to put him right next to Lucian. Get through it first.
The forces are moving forward, and you see Leonidas peering over and gives a loud echoing whistle where you all see up in the sky flaming large balls being flung towards you all.
Can I shoot Eldritch Blast, like, compounded at one of them?
Go right ahead. Roll to hit.
Okay.
Never thought I'd be able to say great big balls of fire.
All 3. Lucian's already typing it. 14 just barely hits.
As he's firing, Reagan's just gonna call out to
It hit.
Jackal and his wife could just tell them to hurry.
They see it happening and they run forward.
Just not necrotic, sorry, that shouldn't be on there.
Okay.
So, 18 damage.
Alrighty. So as you aim up and all 3 of your blasts coincide into one of these boulders, it breaks and shatters, but the other 2 are still aimed. Let's find out. One's a little overshot, aiming at the building itself and shattering against it. The other one, however, is a very clear shot directly towards all of you, shattering on the ground, and I need a dex save from all of you.
Shit.
Well, I don't think we're getting away.
The monks are safe.
I have 2 hit points. So whether I make it or not, I think I'm out.
Is that everybody? Not
Could
everybody.
Reagan shield Lucian?
With yourself?
Yes.
I'll allow it. Who didn't roll?
That's everybody.
Yeah, we only got 5.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
me. I'm
Wyatt's gone.
Okay, yeah. So, Gabriella being the only one who failed, you kind of like hunker the body into yourself, accepting the blast against you. And as it goes flying, Lucian, you look up and go, fuck me. And immediately Reagan just puts her body over top of you, taking the full force of the blast. Alrighty. That'll be 22 points of bludgeoning damage, as well as 5 points of fire damage on each of you. Half on a success. Those of you with evasion or uncanny dodge, no damage.
Can I use evasion and still hold on to?
You're not
Lucian?
evading, you're holding still. You're
Okay,
taking the
then
full
I'm out
blow.
again.
Alright. Reagan falls down on top of you as this happens. You kind of like have to brush her to the side a little bit, and you see he's already whistling and rolling his fingers for more to be set up. He's a very far distance from all of you, but they're using actual siege weaponry against you all, trying to keep you here. Is anybody doing anything?
I'm going to second wind.
Yeah.
Where's my second wind?
Catch your breath for just a moment.
Roll 1d10 plus 7. Let's get a roll 1d10. 9. Okay, that's fine.
Alrighty. You heal up a little bit.
I'm going to use my action to just slam a potion of healing into Reagan.
Alrighty, you take it out, uncork it, and with your one arm, like having to grab the chin and balance it, and Reagan, you
Mouth.
cough it up. Yeah. A potion of bomb.
Elias is gonna look at Gabriella. He's going to say, I can buy a bit of time, or act as a wall. Do you have the ability to heal me?
For a little bit, but not much.
Every bit helps.
Alright, I'll use my action to Healing Hands him for 14 points.
Okay.
And then I'll use my bonus action to Sanctuary.
Point of order,
Lucian.
Gabriella. You're
Yes.
on no life.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's
You
fine.
touch out against Elias, and you see the healing presence of yourself coalescing into the body. However, Elias, as you feel that faint glow and warmth, there's a chill behind it, and you only heal for 7.
Okay, that's something.
And
Yes.
then,
And also,
Reagan,
point of
she's
order,
Reagan-
Reagan, that potion
Yeah.
you drank only healed you for 4.
Okay.
Wait, does that mean I only healed for 5?
Nope, yours is fine.
Okay, alright.
Natural healing. Second
Oh,
wind is a
okay,
natural ability.
Yeah.
Reagan reaches into her bag, like with one eye open, still bleeding, and hands Elias another potion.
Elias, it's bonus action to down it.
I'm gonna use my action to down it since I kind of need my bonus action to rage.
Okay.
And I'm going to rage. And I am going to act like a goddamn snake and bulk up.
Okay.
Like, actively. Yeah.
Already putting yourself between everybody else and whatever is coming. Now, after a few seconds, you all begin catching your breath, not experiencing a battle like this before, but Nobu, you know, it takes them a little bit to reload, but they reload. They have many people. You all have one more round. What would you like to do for prep?
Reagan's going to light her incense of invocation.
Okay.
Is anyone else lawful good aligned?
Nope.
No.
No, I'm good.
Not so
but
much.
No.
if anything, Elias is neutral at best.
Yeah.
Chaotic neutral.
Yeah, Gabby's neutral good.
Okay.
Haha, only neutral now. Who knew life was so evil?
How far away is the closest people?
Wait,
you
wait,
know?
wait. Hang on. I need to check something very quickly.
Go right ahead.
How long has it been since the first?
So one
so it's
round
been
of
12
initiative.
seconds yeah, so technically speaking, we'll be at 12 seconds by the time the next shot fires off.
No, it's 1 round to shoot, 2 rounds reload, 1 round to shoot. So it's every 3 rounds that you get shot at.
Shiro, how far away?
The closest
Sorry.
troops are about 400 feet away.
Okay, right. Sorry, Elias.
So, if we're being generous here, and I hope you are,
Go ahead, Elias.
yeah, it's been about a round. It was like a round before they fired, so that's 2 plus 2. So we're at round 5 of 10.
Yeah. 4 of 10.
Reagan's gonna make a decision about this candle.
Yep.
We don't have time, and she's going to use it up completely and cast the gate spell.
Oh.
The DM has to look. I should have been ready for this because Mika literally had it in there as their ace in the hole the whole time. God damn it, Mika.
You create a portal.
Yep, I'm reading it.
Okay, sorry. Just wondering.
Well, and we never really discussed it because I know we mentioned it when we were already like near here. But this spell that I could cast through Tempest, like, takes an action and it teleports us to the sanctuary or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's which spell?
I'm trying to post it here.
Yeah.
Word of recall. Like, remember we talked, because it's like any place I would have sanctified my study, but I never said I did.
No. You sanctified your study. Yeah, that's totally what
okay.
you did. Yeah. But Tempest would be deciding where that recall would go to, not you.
It says like you cast it in the sanctified place to like initialize it, and then you cast it again to go there. Like, I don't know. I'm just.
So it is connected to two places. No. I'm gonna say it's still where Tempest discerned, because that's been something I've been doing.
Okay.
But anyways, let me read this. You open a portal immediately to a different plane of existence. Reagan, what plane of existence do you know about?
Feywild. She's
Oh.
So
I think I'd rather take my chances with Leonidas.
you watch as Reagan pulls out a candle, lights it, and immediately focuses on the candle, which burns quickly, and you watch as a huge hedge appears behind each of you, twisted with vines all the way up to a single blinking feminine eye, and a portal appears. Leonidas, from far away, points again upwards, and you see as about 16 griffins move into the sky, all with knights upon them, and begin descending downwards.
I'm gonna say one thing to the masters. Now would be a great time to listen to us.
They smile back at you. No, we'll be here. Take care.
I hate you. And he's gonna run in. Oh, we lost Wyatt.
Uh-oh. He might be boarding
He
a
said
plane.
he said he was on the plane. Yep.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fine.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'll join on once he gets the Wi-Fi.
Okay, I will abandon drawing a teleportation circle and
Go through the
then
gate.
go with them.
On the back of Elias's head as we're running through, Nova's gonna say, just good luck.
Everyone else?
Reagan's just gonna give them one long look and be the last one.
Ready. As you are watching, you do see your two allies standing there. Your one Grandmaster grabbing their fists, slamming them together, and these huge spectral arms reach up, grabbing towards the griffins and throwing them into the canyon. And trying to hold them back as best they can, but they are clearly going to be overran very quickly. However, you all charge inside of the gate, which then promptly closes behind you. You all collapse into here. A very calm, beautiful, turquoise-colored meadow. Not terribly far from where you just entered, and you see that same exact great henge archway. However, the eye is closed on your side. You creakily stand up. You see a solid stone bench right next to you, and on the left-hand side, the bench is cracked, as well as rows and rows of hedges stretching across the entirety of your eyesight and visuals. And right past all of that, you do see there is a single grandiose tree, far larger than any tree any of you have seen before, and has that slightly green tinted hue to it. And the flora and fauna connected and woven into it are stretching across the entire scape of vision, filling the sky, and the canopy stretching even above where you are out here. And I need to take a break at this point because I was not expecting Feywild. So, everybody out there?
And a quick thing is Reagan walks through, like, just snow comes off of her shoulders as she walks because she's in the Feywild, so the winter's even more visible.
Ready. So, we'll be right back, everybody. Hello, everybody. We are back. As you all begin to calmly catch your breath from the stressful situation, you look around yourselves, and all of you are very confused about where you are, aside from Reagan.
Are we dead?
No, this is my second home.
Oh,
This is the Feywild.
she has a second home.
Yeah.
The
Are-
Feywild.
No, but you have a vacation home.
This is true. She must be royalty as well.
Well, yes, but no longer. But she just walks up and like just puts her head against the tree and just takes the longest breath in and just tries to steady herself against it.
Elias, I'm gonna get off of you now. I'm just letting go of the horn.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You all begin catching your breath, feeling incredibly
What's it smell
pain.
like?
A
Love.
nice dew-dropped area. So it smells like early morning near the forest after a beautiful spring shower. It's very nice, very calming. However, where you are right now, it is very dark as the canopy of that massive tree sits over top of a very far scope.
Well, we're at level 15, effectively. So that's 30 extra hit points. Lovely.
Yes.
Fear me. I can tank everything.
So, as you're all sitting there, Lucian, you hear in your mind, "What are you doing here?" You immediately recognize the voice as your brother's, Adrian.
I don't know.
I sense kinky brother energy.
Do not lie to me. Why did you come here?
To not die.
Oh, and you just happened to choose the Feywild. Fascinating.
I didn't choose it.
Well, it's not like anybody else in your party was capable of such a thing.
You don't know who I'm rolling with.
I do, though. Regardless, do you plan on staying long?
I don't think so.
Good. We still have to meet back up on the material plane, of course. Don't worry,
Yeah.
we're just about wrapped up here.
Alright.
So, anyone have a map for this place, or? Is it
All up here.
just-
Reagan, there's no such thing as maps for the Feywild.
I'm also really, really tired. Just gonna put that out there.
You look like you would be.
Who is this, by the way?
I'm Reagan.
Yeah.
The sanctuary.
Nobu.
Thank you for helping my masters.
It was easy enough. I helped them a lot. They didn't help me at all.
Keep talking
Totally.
like that, and I will break your arm.
It's already broken.
You believe I can't do worse?
Please don't.
Elijah's gonna smile at you. It's good to
And-
see that you're not dead.
Yeah. About that.
Oh god, he's dead.
No. Clacy's.
Oh.
Gabrielle,
Nice. Elijah backs
You-
up into the hedge.
do you want to try?
Try what?
To see if you can bring her back?
I need some time. We'd have to take a long rest.
Of course. Here. And she gets, Reagan gathers things around and starts a small fire. Everyone rest. I'll take the first watches.
Elias, as you back up into the hedges, you feel a very prickly, tickly sensation all across your fur. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
You touch something in the Feywild, what'd you expect to happen?
21.
You feel the little tickling is trying to like coax you into something, but you just just step forward. Reagan, you immediately notice his mistake.
Come, Elias, come here. Just sit here around the circle. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch anything. Just sit and sleep.
Had I not the impulse control, I would have punched that.
I think we might want to rest in here, and I will rummage through my things and open up my mansion.
You summon your magnificent mansion, and as you do so, you hear a very whimsical voice appear from back behind the hedges, and a face pushes out that's just a lighter shade of green with the bushy beard of the hedge itself, and goes, "Oh, you don't want to sleep here?
What does it
Hello?"
look like?
Not so much.
It looks like a green face with a green bushy beard that's made out of the hedge itself.
Oh.
All
Hi.
this is very new to them.
Elias, how long does the hookah last?
We
It's
have
been
that
days
here.
since I've smoked it.
Would you like
You
some?
Maybe.
I can give it
No.
right to you.
Elias, with the most gentleness he can, he's going to like hover his thumb and his pointer finger over his arm.
I think that everyone else would feel much more comfortable in. And she like looks at it like what has been created for us.
But why? We don't often get visitors, Miss Reagan.
I know, and I've missed being here so much, but you know how visitors are.
I know they're fun.
Yes, and I know what type of fun you have.
Yes, I have so much. And the one looks over at you, Gabriella. It just moves through the bush, and you notice as the vines themselves like twist into the shape of a body as it walks towards you, and then just squats and gets really close to your face.
And Reagan is walking up to kind of be a buffer.
You are so sad.
Yeah, and you being in my face is not helping.
I'm sorry, but I could help you.
I doubt that.
I can. I can do a great deal many things. Reagan, roll me a history check to see if you recognize this Bushman.
Okay.
His name is George
Okay.
Bush.
You're not terribly familiar with them.
Mhm.
However, they do have a crown of thorns. I can do a great many things.
Yes, but there's always a price, isn't there?
Oh, of course. But why would I want to see such a beautiful lady be so sad? You want help? Seek it. Why not let somebody help you? I can help. I promise. Looks down at Glacies and like tilts its head, and it twists at that very awkward angle to like look at her directly proportionate to her and goes, "Oh, is this what makes you sad?"
Yes.
I can do so many things. So many wonderful things.
Can you return her soul to her body?
I can retrieve a soul for the body, yes.
Not a soul, her soul.
Smart one.
That's also why I didn't say bring her back to life, because I don't want a zombie.
Ooh,
I want Glacies.
you're fun. I like this
And now
one.
you're starting to piss me off.
Oh.
So you better get out of my face.
It starts like prancing and like its knees go above its shoulders as it starts dancing in place. Oh, yes. Oh, these are so fun.
Until it's not.
Oh, I'm not worried. Most of you on death's door. It would be very unfortunate for you. But I'm not here to fight, see? I can be reasonable. You want me to retrieve her soul and return it to you. May I examine the body first? The cadaver?
You may not.
Well, how can I tell you if I can get its soul back or not?
Frankly, I don't care. I don't want your help.
Oh. These are all boring creatures. It twists into like a tornado of thorns and then appears right beside you, Lucian, smiling. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I've been better.
I can tell. You all look very tired.
We are.
Well, then go to sleep.
That's why I summoned my mansion.
So boring. Don't you want to sleep under the beautiful night sky? It waves its hand and the canopy opens up, revealing a starlit sky above you.
Oh, great.
Have I read anything about the Feywild? Like,
You're
do I
Lucian,
know how
you've read a lot of
dangerous-
books. Roll
Yeah?
history. Just your entire
I'm
backstory
just-
is I've read books.
I'm not trying to metagame. I know
yeah.
it's dangerous. I just don't know if I know it's dangerous. Oh crap! I'm exhausted.
Yeah, you are.
While this is going on, Reagan is trying to usher Gabriella into the mansion.
16. You haven't read a great deal about the Feywild, but you do know that it's a very dangerous plane of existence to be on. Trickery is their primary currency, and they also love misery. However, most of them are mild annoyances compared to what you all are capable on a normal basis. This one, however, seems a bit more well developed compared to what you've read. So either all Fae are far more capable than what you originally would think, or this one is more capable than the typical Fae. And you're not stupid enough not to notice the crown on his forehead. And it's just leaning there looking at you.
So what are you proposing?
And sorry, just I
Please.
was just gonna whisper to Gabriella, no names. No names. No names.
No names! Beautiful display, no names! We all know this, everybody. Don't give me your name. It's very dangerous. I can manipulate you, control you, force you to fall asleep at my whim, cause you to murder your friends in your sleep. No names! Is that fair?
Is that
Yes,
one
it
kind of
is.
corpse?
You can call me a wizard.
Wizard. I like it. I already know
And you
Miss
are?
Reagan's name, of course. Me? You can call me Whimsy. Since we're
Can I
using...
call you Mr. Bush?
Oh, I like that one. It
Well, I
looks
guess
down
it's-
at itself? Yes.
I guess it's advantageous that you know Reagan's name. That way we're not...
Oh.
We don't have two people in the party named Monk.
Oh, that's so funny. I would call him Bull. 1 minute, huh? You know, we appreciate your kind here very greatly. They're powerful, strong creatures. Such a shame that they've migrated away from us. But anyways, no names.
It really is a lovely place, but, you know, the comfort of a bed sounds real nice.
Oh, well then why don't you try this? It waves its hand, and the bench you're sitting on becomes like a cushiony mushroom that you kind of just like sink into, and it feels kind of like a beanbag chair. And you like
Oh my
float
God.
back, and it is... Oh, it's so nice. So nice.
I take back what I said. This place is awesome.
Thank you.
You're very hospitable.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
And I love guests. Oh, how about this? I get to be a gracious host, and in return, you allow me to help you with one thing.
What
A
thing?
host does not hurt the people that stay with it, right?
Do you know what a host is? A gracious host is.
I know what I think it is. What do you think it is?
I'm asking you. Because I cannot lie. The Fae are unable to lie to an individual. It is against our rights and honestly boring. So,
If you don't mind me asking this, isn't that kind of similar to devils?
you see a quick snarl come across its face, and then the head kind of like, you hear the snapping of branches in your direction. Similar, but completely different.
I never said same.
Yes. But you just allow me to help you with something, that is all. And I get the opportunity to be a host. Oh, it's been so long since I got to host other creatures.
Host can mean a lot of different things.
Well, a gracious host always welcomes people and means it. She not only opens her home to you, but she opens up her heart and makes you feel comfortable there.
Oh,
She is considerate of your needs and makes every effort to accommodate you. The generosity of both her time and hospitality is always felt. That is what it means to be a gracious host.
But we couldn't deny such a gracious host.
And
Yes.
I've also spent 17 years under a gracious host when we only meant to stay for dinner.
Well, I told you I would help you with something in return. You wanted an evening of respite. Regardless of your little demi-plane, time passes the same as it does everywhere.
I'm gonna look at Reagan and I'm gonna say, does it?
Roll an Arcana check, Reagan. Because time in the Feywild is fucked.
Mhm.
What'd you get?
You see, we're sweet.
Well, she would have experienced that.
Yes,
wouldn't
but to
have
know,
been-
it's knowing that if his demi-plane had the same timeshare as as this place, that's what the Arcana is. What was your roll?
5.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
See, we switched out the seconds for years, and that's a whole different problem in and of itself.
Oh, do you not want to be here for years? Where do you all hail from? The same place as Reagan. Or Miss Reagan, I apologize.
Mhm.
Do you all come from Zodiac?
Maybe.
You do. Okay. Oh, that's lovely. You know how time works here, right? Time is fickle. Time is fluid and majestic and whimsical. You've already been here for 14 days.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Maybe they have the opposite of the time stone here.
Well, Time Stone.
Huh?
Are you talking about the legendary augments of old?
Get the fuck in the house.
We have one. And it quickly just slinks over in front of the door. Well, we had one.
Yeah. I don't think you have it anymore.
We don't. Oh, it's so exciting. And they're like right in front of the actual door. It's going to be so fun to figure out what happens when we no longer have access to that. Exciting.
Oh God.
Right, so
Oh God.
the opposite of gravity.
Which one did you have, oh gracious host?
I will not tell you this.
If
You have
we were
not
to stay
accepted
and
my
eat?
deal? If that's what you want me to help you with, I will.
Wait, what do we want him to help us with?
I don't think we want him to help us with anything.
Why not?
I don't think we wanna talk
what
any
would-
longer.
Or they? I don't know what.
You can call
I'm
me
assuming what
whatever
you are.
makes you happy.
I call him Mr. Bush.
Yes.
I call him an annoyance.
You're so sassy. I love it.
Not usually like this.
Gabriella, now you know how it feels. This is payback for Glacies.
Years of torment.
But
I feel like
you've already been here for 16 days now. That, of course, can be slowed down really quickly, but you'd have to make your decision. Do you wish for me to slow it down for you?
okay. Mr. Bush, can we have a meeting? Just us.
Tick-tock,
Just
tick-tock.
step to the side and we decide on this.
Of course, take as long as you want. Just know, you don't exactly know how time is flowing right now. I do.
Yes. Just.
Would you like me to
stop
tell you
learning.
each day that passes?
No.
Oh. They slip away. And just smiling. They're like a
Okay.
good 300 feet away.
Huddle up.
Hey Reagan, is it true that they can't lie?
So,
It's true.
Okay. I wanted to make sure he wasn't lying about not being able to lie.
No, they can't lie.
That would have been a great trick, but no.
All right, I'm
He can
going
hear.
inside.
yeah, so I was gonna say, let's do this in there.
Yeah.
Bye,
But-
Mr. Bush, and I'm fucking running.
Nobu, do you want to roll an Arcana check?
Yes. At disadvantage. Because of exhaustion, so.
Yeah. I need to rest. -1.
How about you, Lucian?
My brain.
Just
Well,
nosebleed,
yourself a headache?
immediately unconscious. Nope, I'm done.
I'm also at disadvantage.
Yeah, but you're not rolling a -1.
22.
Exactly.
Can I just say one thing?
So, go ahead.
Nobody's unconscious on the ground.
Yes,
I
Elias?
just wanted to make the joke of there are 3 different layers of time manipulation. Material plane, Fey Wilds, Nobu's brain.
Nope, nobody's passed out on the ground.
That was
Just
more like a
out.
time dilation, just broke. Nope. But anyways, you do know that where you summon your pseudoplane, it adapts to the surrounding plane and becomes attached to that as an anchoring force. So time that passes normally here, your pseudoplane will also count as normal. So as much time as you spend in there, time is going to move same as in the Feywild, since you summoned it here.
I can, I can live with that.
And you've been here 5 minutes, so 14 days.
If I wanted to get out of here, I'm gonna need 4 hours to quote unquote rest before I can plane shift out of here.
But
So,
we'll stay for 4 hours.
yeah,
That's going to be decades.
we will. Well, is there another option? Unless there's another way to get off of this plane. That's the only way that I know.
You hear knocking on your door.
Somebody dragged me inside, right?
Yeah.
Elias, probably.
Okay.
Elias, who's at the door, just, opens it a crack and just
Hi.
uses his full body as,
Oh,
a
don't worry,
wall.
I can't come in without permission.
Oh,
Yes, that's the way this thing works, don't you know that?
I didn't, actually. Thank
I
you.
just want to be a part of the conversation.
Right. You say you can stop the time...
Dilation.
Wibbly wobbly, timely wambly?
Yes, I can make it congruent with Zodiac, although it's very exhausting, but for a gracious host, anything. And if that's what you want me to do, just allow me to host for you.
Four hours is close to 2 years.
If it stays congruent.
Yes.
Time here flows whimsically. It could be
Yeah.
slower, it could be faster, but it's just whatever it is.
I shall give you a diaphragm.
A diaphragm.
You see, this is, I think this is supposed to mean time. This is how time reacts in the Feywilds.
You need a diagram, right?
More or less.
I don't know.
Okay.
Actually, more realistically, if we really want to get into it, everybody, freehand shapes. Yep, we got that. Nope, delete that. Delete that. More realistically, it's kind of like this. No sense, pure chaos.
What's the
Okay.
worst? What's the worst that could happen?
Well, we lose
I
the war.
don't know. And they start dancing in the doorway.
Fuck
Do you
it.
have to host all of us?
I would prefer
not-
to, but if only one of two of you want to be my guests, I mean, that's fine.
I will turn
Miss
to
Reagan.
Reagan and I will
But you have
indicate
to be
that
gracious guests as well. Or else, what's the point of it?
I am out of my depth in this area and I do not presume to make uneducated decisions. So I will ask your advice on what you think. You already said that you accepted their for a night and it turned out to be 14 years. Like, doesn't-
Reagan's gonna be just like, one moment, and close the door.
You're on day 20.
Listen, the longer we stay here, the worse it's gonna get out there.
So the bet is that they will pause time for us, but what do we give up in exchange for that? Risking losing the war and coming back to a plane that none of us recognize.
Yeah. I say fuck it. Let's just see what he has to offer. Or they, or I don't know.
Well,
I'm so confused.
they're terribly vague. They say except being like them
Something
as a
gracious
host.
host. Gracious host.
They will be a gracious
Well,
host, and
that-
we must be gracious guests.
Yeah, but what I think is a gracious host doesn't necessarily mean the same thing to them. So
Hell, they could be host bodies.
Reagan, would you like to roll a history since you're more familiar
Sure.
with the Feywild?
Guidance.
I mean,
Add
not
that
being
D4.
able to lie
Okay, add a d4.
does not mean they always tell the truth.
19.
19.
In the
So-
Feywild, hosting an event is one of the highest honors anybody can do. Because typically speaking, the only people you get to host an event for are the courts, which is an incredibly high honor and incredibly fun. Now, there is a danger to these events, as hosts are very frequently fucked with by other people who want them to fail as hosts, so that they may host instead next time.
Oh my gosh. A Feywild party.
I think Nobu already signed up.
Yeah, Reagan's sharing all this. And if any of you are familiar with the courts of men and how cutthroat they are, the Feywild courts put it to shame.
Please, they wish they were cutthroat.
I would never let anybody hurt any of my guests. You hear from behind the
No,
door.
but you may be hurt as host, and someone else become host and decide to do away with us.
You really think the Green Man would allow that to happen? Roll me another history check there, Reagan, or religion.
History.
At this
but-
point-
Guidance.
At this point, Lucian, go ahead and do it as well. That's someone you could have read
So
about.
20 on that one.
Dirty 20. The Green Man is one of the higher ups of the Spring Court. He is third seat behind the Queen and the Queen's consort. Which means, as far as this entire endless plane of existence goes, this individual is probably like top 12 most powerful entities.
I say we go.
Top 12 most powerful anime people.
Lucian, Green Man, the only man you know of is Burning Man, and you were there
Yeah.
once. It was a good time.
You said he's the third in charge of spring. Is that?
Of the Spring
Mhm.
Court.
Aren't you a part of the winner?
No. I am able to move between.
I'm confused.
That's actually rather beautiful.
Welcome to the Feywild.
Maybe
Static
she's
state.
like the seasons, and she moves between like that.
Exactly.
Nobu,
Pass
you immediately
that
fall
again.
unconscious from psychic damage.
The effort just. But
Oh yeah, you're an elf.
Having to play a dumb character, damn it.
Well, you
You're the
got a
grog.
You got a -1, so
he
I have a
already
negative,
has
I have a
my,
-2, thank you.
What were you saying, Reagan?
he already has my name.
I say we go.
I could trade him just to even.
You're more than welcome to offer something else. This is just what I want.
I'm going to open the door and hold out my shield. You want this?
May I hold it?
You can't keep it.
Damn, you're good. Takes it from you.
Wait, you never agreed to not keep it?
Spins it around in their hands, and you watch as like two twigs attach and keep spinning it. Oh. Ooh. Holds it out to you. No.
It was worth a try.
Let's just go to this party, please.
Also, that could work as a type of gambling device.
It's not gonna go
Bingo.
away.
We have gambling here. Do you like to gamble?
No.
Glacies did.
I will get sad, as Lacey's would have said, let's go gamble.
Let's go gamble, guys.
Everyone immediately becomes winterized.
Oh.
Fuck it, let's go gamble. With our lives.
You make no such promises here.
I like this game. Do you have anything else to offer? Because as of now, you're on day 24.
My gratitude.
That means little to me.
Damn.
But appreciated nonetheless.
So do you want to host us? What do we give you in return?
You allow me to help you with something.
So you want us to be your host, so you want to be our host?
Yeah.
So you can help us?
Yeah. And apparently you want time to slow a bit, move a little bit more slowly, for all of you to rest up. And that's fine. That's fine. I can help you with this. But that'll be what you get. But I get to host. Unless, of course, you want to wait here, and by my otter-bald calculations, you're looking at about 6 years. If you only need 4 hours, of course. 6 years not that bad.
My nephew will be almost a teenager.
You have a nephew. Aren't they just darling? I have a few of them as well. I have about 316.
I turned to the group and I'm like, is this what I was always like?
I know each and every single one's names. And just in the background, it's naming every single one down a line.
Please.
I'm not going to roleplay this, but all of you continue.
Out of character. Lucian, write that down. We have their names.
Shut up! Don't say my name.
I said out of character.
Oh.
He did. I was listening.
God damn it.
And Marco Velio, of course.
Write that down.
Sprightly little individual. If you value your life, do not write down any of my nephew's names. You don't know which one of them's were the real one. But tick-tock says the clock.
So, it seems like we need to slow down time.
Yes.
Cleric, you need a long rest before you can do anything for our friend. I don't know. Do we have much choice?
Unless we want to give up 6 years.
Well, he would need a full rest. But yeah, 6 years for me to get us out of here.
I can sleep for an entire day.
About 2, actually.
This is taking forever. We need to just agree.
Do you agree?
I do.
Come here. Holds his hand out to you, Nobu.
Crawling to the door.
They take your hand and you lift up very majestically, and you hear quieted, whimsical music start playing in your mind, and he starts spinning you around in circles, and you feel energized, and brings you closer towards the tree, kind of like holding your hand and has the other hand around your hip, just guiding you over there.
I don't even care right now.
Would anybody else like to join us?
I won't make a choice for anyone else.
You can make your own choices, of course. The others can sit here however they like.
Is that enough to slow down time?
Oh, each one of you individually, of course.
Oh, great.
Yes.
I agree to be your gracious guest.
Yay! It spins Nobu towards the tree, and Nobu, you're uncontrollably spinning, but you're not getting sick from it. And goes over to you and offers the same waltz-like dance towards you, Elias. Oh, you're much bigger. Grows up to be bigger than you. Perfect.
I have never had a dance partner my size.
Do not worry, I can guide.
I love this character and I hate him at the same time.
Oh yeah, disgusting. And begins dancing with you, but it is like an actual formal waltz in that direction, and you hear the music playing in your head. Every now, like, the head stays positioned towards you, but the body keeps twisting the neck even further. Anybody else? I'm fairly sure your elf friend is the one who needs this, right? He's the one who can get you out of here?
I'll
He's
turn to
stubborn.
Reagan and I will ask, what do you think we should do? I don't know what to do.
I have hundreds of years. I do not have much stake in this other than trying to get back to Zodiac.
You do realize you're both elves.
Yeah, I'm also an elf.
Which Reagan has not noticed this entire time because Lucian hides every aspect of his entire body at all times.
Well, I was wearing the monk robes. You probably saw the ears and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. When you
They
got
had
changed.
hoods.
When you all got changed, she saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to get back to Zodiac and I want to put an end to that ridiculous war and an end to several beings.
Fair enough.
Nobu, you make it over to the tree, which then opens up with a small portal. And when you look around, you see tables lined with food, cooked smoked meat, wonderfully comfortable looking piles of leaves, hammocks all over the place, wine being poured by these very silver skinned nymphy individuals just
I'm going
enjoying
in.
themselves, and it closes behind you.
So yeah,
And
I'll,
that is what we call the Feywild light trap.
I guess I'll join them and go dance out there.
They spin Elias much in the same way, and Elias, you spin very gracefully. I mean, naturally so. And then he comes trotting up to you and goes, "How do you prefer your dance?"
Formal.
The foxtrot, then.
I was hoping for the Charleston, but the other way.
We call that the Carlton here.
Carlton.
Yes, I agree, Bird. This is out of hand.
I prefer the tango, and I will start leading him.
A rose appears, and they put it into your mouth and allow you to lead.
There we go.
As you go, dun 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 dun.
Dip them. Do it.
I'm gonna kill all my players today.
A while since you've done this to me.
Yep. I told you, I had notes on this shit, okay? I need to get them.
Can't hear me because I'm muted, but I'm breathing. I'm hyperventilating.
That's fine, that's fine. Just remember, Goose Fraba.
What?
Oh, you fucking zoomer. But anyways, you're being led to the
Yeah.
tree, and the other two of you, they're smiling at and goes, "Are you gonna wait out there, or are you gonna join us?"
Who's left with me?
I am.
No.
And Glacies' body.
Yeah. I would go, but I really don't want to leave Glacies.
The head stretches all the way over to you while still dancing with Nobu. Not Nobu, Lucian, and just like peers inside. "Would you like me to put a repose on the body? It will not age, it will not decay, it'll be kept in its stasis form. And don't think I'm trying to be tricky here, it's actually a spell. It's a gentle touch."
If you agree to that, then I will
A
dance. with you.
gracious host will do anything to keep their guests happy.
I gently set Glacies down. And then I hold out my hands in the position for him to dance with me.
They hold the other hand out to Reagan.
Reagan takes it.
Do you agree?
Yes, I will be your guest.
Then allow us all to party. You all start dancing uncontrollably over towards the actual establishment. As you're being drawn away, all of your worries are drifting and slipping away into the ground surrounding you. You feel invigorated and energized by this endeavor, and you're brought over to the tree. Gabriella, just on the cusp of your vision, you do see that a line of vines have scooped up Glacies and is bringing her with you all, floating behind. As you all get closer to the tree, it opens up, and you already see Nobu lying down on a cot, being fed grapes, cherries, strawberries by all of these very beautiful naked nymphs. And he
What's
looks as
the worst that could
happy.
happen?
He looks as happy as he's ever looked before in his
Looks
life.
like hedonism bot.
Why am I not surprised?
I was about to say, I swear, if they were going to Friday at Freddy's, Glacies.
Oh god, no, I'm not that evil. However, as you all get inside, you're all brought over towards the showroom, and the room shrinks close enough that all of you are within close proximity. As first order of the host, may I first ask, what is it you all desire during this party that we are having?
New clothes.
Done. They snap their finger, and you watch as vines whip around your body and encompass you in this comfortable green and blue silhouetted robe that stretches down for you. And you feel around, you have, butt flaps. That's nice. Convenient, even. And then you feel around the front, you go, also convenient.
Could I get like a little half mask thing too?
Well, then how are we going to feed you?
I'll take it off.
Fine.
Or
Claps just
mouth claps.
connects itself to your face.
That's why you suggest the mouth flap.
Good, right.
Tickle the fingers. No, like, you feel on your cheek, it's like a hand is over your mouth. You tickle, and the wooden branches
Just throw it away.
immediately reattaches. You wanted it. Everybody else, do you have any whimsy, any preference, any beauties you want on display? Immediately,
A full rest.
that can be done. Snaps their finger, and
Yeah.
Reagan, immediately you fall asleep.
Elvin.
You asked. This is not unwilling.
Ugh.
Well, there goes she.
So time is traveling at a normal rate?
Congruent rate.
Yes.
I
Alright.
don't think it's normal.
I will just require a room to meditate in.
Very well. You watch as like a cage appears around you and drifts up to the ceiling, and then a winding staircase comes all the way down to the floor.
Wonderful.
I'd like to not have this mask attached to me anymore. Thank God. Or thank Bushman.
Better. And for you,
Yeah.
looks at Gabriella. Do you prefer tall, dark, and handsome? They gesture, and you see like a centaur appear with like a beautiful golden, like brown body, completely chiseled and just like standing and staring with long, deep eyes. Or do you prefer a more gentle touch? And you see like this tiny green elfin individual just walk over to you, very gentle and majestic.
Why is he green?
Do you not like that color? Pink, blue, yellow, white, black, brown? Stop whenever you're happy. You know
I
there's
want a
over
new
300...
color. Make me a new color that's never been invented.
Blurple.
Blurple.
Give me a wisdom saving throw on this one.
Just blew your mind.
Gabriella,
Kill me here.
you're kind of like not really processing the color fully, and like your mind's twitching a little bit, but it's beautiful.
Do I have to give into it with that wisdom save?
No, it's just seeing the
Okay.
color. You could have completely broke down by trying to perceive a color your mind cannot comprehend.
Okay.
if you know anything about colors, there are people who just can't comprehend certain colors. Like there's an ultraviolet color that certain people can only see. They just created a new one.
Like magenta's not a real color.
Yeah.
It isn't?
Well, if you ask me, blue's not a real color.
What?
I'm partially colorblind.
Ah.
Yeah.
Blue is fake.
That's how my mind works. But anyways, it goes, but do you prefer which one in that color? Snaps their finger and both of them become that color. Or anything else, please. I'm just giving you options. Offers.
No, you're good. I appreciate it, but there's nothing you can really give me to...
A gracious
cheer me
host
up.
must provide something for the guest.
Solitude?
Very well. A tree trunk whisks completely around you and seals you in.
Can't you breathe in there?
Now, be very careful with what you say.
I'm completely content where I'm at.
Are you, though? The
That's
nymphs
kinda
seem
nice.
to really enjoy you. And you see, like, two of them sauntering on over.
oh god, it's another orgy.
Do you want that, Elias?
No.
I
Or-
believe he does.
Nope.
Immediately, the walls swarm with nymphs and different creatures, and you go, no, and they immediately retract.
It doesn't just like
But
go in
I
and
do.
out.
Very well.
Directed to him.
All manners of different questionably gendered individuals swarm you, Nobu.
Fuck it.
Yeah, wouldn't be your first
Well,
rodeo.
that's what you're going to do.
Listen, in an orgy, you never know what slips where. It's just gonna happen.
I'm so exhausted anyways, it's just kind of like...
This is
crowd
how
surfing at a
Nobu
rock
long
concert.
breasts. And how about you, big one? What is it you require?
I would like a book that will not mentally affect me, nor physically.
A book appears in your hands. You open it, it is completely blank.
It's not going to be a very captivating book if it doesn't affect you mentally.
You know,
That's, I mean, I was as creative as I could be with that one. If you look at the spine, it's nice.
you could have given me you could have given me a book from the material plane. Very disconcerting. It's about like vampires and werewolves.
I think I know what you're talking about. Twilight!
You know what?
And all of them just drop into your hands. And now that you think of it, you've never read that series.
That's the safest thing I can do in here.
Sure.
Just like, can I have a normal chair?
Yes, you can.
My world normal chair. As I
Oh.
stop myself from sitting in a mushroom.
Yes. Oh. No. We do not destroy trees here. So I cannot provide you with a wooden chair, and metal is not something we manipulate either.
Stone.
I would still have to chisel it, and without proper permissions from them, that is very rude to do.
I never thought of it that way.
Of course,
Thank you.
I'm not going to disgrace my own kind. I mean, imagine if somebody tried trimming my bush. That would be insulting.
Yes, that's.
Phrasing.
You know what? I'm learning a lot from you. I am learning a lot from you. Thank you.
He said normal for his world. Sorry about that.
How about a mushroom chair that will not release spores when I sit on it?
I'm a gracious host. The only spores I'll give you are the ones that make you have a better time. Snaps their finger. And it appears underneath you.
Oh, thank God, it's not a bloody crown.
No.
It's a type of mushroom.
I said gracious host.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm a bit on edge.
It's fine, but I don't
nearly
lie.
died.
See? We're not all
I
bad.
nearly-
And it just lies there next to you, staring at you. We're not all
I
bad.
nearly died last month.
Tell me about it.
Well, we were in this weird demi-plane.
Hmm?
We had this person who was very angry at a person back on Zodiac.
Oh, so angry.
Yeah, apparently killed her child.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah. She attempted to hold the wizard hostage to teleport it back to Zodiac.
Oh no.
Used an orb of annihilation.
Ooh, those are bad.
Yeah. And after we effectively nearly died, we managed to punch it hard enough until it stopped.
Its expression drops. Are you talking about Luna? Killed Luna.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad for you.
Well, she's not coming back.
Ooh.
Well, not yet.
Allow me to help you with something, as I promised. If she doesn't come back, the god will be very angry with you.
You've already angered 3 people with this.
Any gods?
Devil.
Not a god.
Yeah, that's fair. We've already angered one of the weird-ass gods on Zodiac.
Those piss ants are
God.
You hear from... No, you're in complete solitude. You can't hear anything, Gabriella.
Oh, can't hear her talk through it?
Oh, you can talk through, but you can't hear anything. You're in solitude.
Ooh, neato.
You wanted peace and quiet and solitude. That's what you got.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. So you're allowed to just cry your heart out as hard as you want and not worry about anything.
And thankfully, I gave you air holes.
Yes. Very important.
crying, suffocating.
So,
All in the same.
either...
Maybe I had an asphyxiation fetish and you just stopped it.
Damn, you dick. So, either you're telling me the truth and she's really dead and that god is very pissed at you and no longer has its reasonable vessel or vestige. I'm very sorry for you if that is the case. Or she's not so dead and she now has a grudge against you. Also very dangerous.
Yeah, that's. You know, what? At this point in my life, it's very much in total and utter chaos, kind of like here.
That's reasonable. But at least chaos here is fun.
Yeah, you bring fair point. Do you also know what this? Do you also know this? This big metal thing had a giant eye and a golden disc.
A Marut.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Pissed
Killed a
off a-
party member.
Did you piss
Not
that?
me.
Okay, it looks scared, like it was backing away from you. Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
A party member did something. Oh, this Marut? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
It just like warped through the wall like you did with the hedge.
Yeah.
Squished its head,
That,
took
that,
its body,
that was a plane
then-
shift.
left.
That was a plane shift. It comes from a plane of law and order. For
So
any-
your worst nightmare.
everybody's worst nightmare. I mean, that's
You know-
doing something to deserve that creature's attention is not easy. And when I was more daring in my younger years, I tried. I couldn't. My uncle did, and he was killed. Here,
Wait, what?
in his own court, he was killed. He angered a Marut. He broke a deal. Us Fae shan't lie in order to gain advantages on people. It is a law of nature that we agreed to back before the age of developed civilization as you know it. He lied, and a Marut came after him.
After the agreement or before the agreement? Because if it was after.
After.
How?
But he wanted to know the extent of that agreement.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if anyone of you lies, that thing pops in, squishes you, and just...
If you're lucky,
done.
just squishes you. He tried fighting it.
Huh.
It didn't go so well.
Yeah, no, about every part of my body just wanted to say no.
Your body is very smart.
Yeah.
But anyways.
How long is he gonna sleep for?
Who?
Point at Reagan.
Oh, I don't know. Until she wants to wake up.
That's fair.
That is all I hope.
So, are we the
I
only
did
guests
ask for
here?
a full night's rest, which for her is 4 hours.
A full night rest. You're going to be out for a night.
Or did I say a long rest?
You said a full rest.
A full rest.
Those two words.
A full night's rest.
Yeah, full
let's-
Very important how you talk to a fae.
Right.
So you're out for a minimum of 8 to 10 hours. And you've never slept before in your life. But anyways,
Oh yeah.
please
I was
enjoy
gonna
your
ask
book.
us.
Yes, what? What? Ask me.
Are we the only guests here? Are there more coming?
No. The other ones didn't agree.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh.
I asked. They said no. So tragic. And then they took that stone.
Oh no.
So very sad. I wonder what's gonna happen.
I wonder the same thing every day. Well, the only thing you can do is punch things. How are you supposed to affect the fuck that's happening out there?
You can do so
Besides-
much more than punch things.
Okay, I can run.
I think you severely underestimate yourself. You do see a group of miscellaneous liquids going splashing towards you, Elias, but then a leaf shields it. Nobu, you have to stop with the water nymph for a second and go, my bad.
Sorry.
However, that water nymph is loving you.
Nature is so exciting.
Can I get a wall in between? Can I get like a 5-foot tall wall in between me and him?
Just surrounds you. A semi-crescent.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I have severely misjudged you as well. So far, you've been all but nothing but nice.
That's what I offered.
Yes, I'm aware. I was on edge. I thank you for this opportunity. I will read my book.
I hope you enjoy your book. Now, of course, if you require any beverages, all you have to do is whisper to that flower. You turn to your side and you see a tiny little tulip. It will fetch it for you.
I swear it was just a tiny other version of his head. I would have lost it.
Just his head on top of like a twig. Literally a stick figure.
Hey, what can I get you, guy?
Ah, God damn. I think my imagination is working more against me.
Yeah, because that's a great idea for next time. But if you need anything else, let me know.
Everything in the fucking universe is imagination. You're kind of fucked.
It stretches and snakes up top with you, Lucian. Just popping its head up top. Hi.
Hello.
Are you cozy? Do you need a drink? Any food?
I'm doing fine, but yes, a drink and something to eat will be nice.
Good. What is your preference of food? Sorry, only vegan options.
Then I don't need to eat anything.
You don't like strawberries? Grapes.
That's alright. They'll just make me more hungry. I will
What about
take
bread?
some wine.
I like you. Best way to have grapes. The head slinks away. And a few seconds later, 2 branches come swooping up to you, and you notice these branches are his arms with 2 leaf-like platters just holding out different bottles of wine. Very, very old bottles of wine. You hear from down below, enjoy!
Thank you.
Now, all of you continue your evening's rest. Morning rolls around.
Forgot Wyatt.
Wyatt, you're here?
Yeah, I'm still at the airport. I just landed.
No problem. Glad you're back there safe.
Oh, that was a quick flight.
Yeah, no, it was from Los Angeles to SAC, so like an hour.
Okay.
Ah, I'm supposed to know where the second one is.
Sure.
Okay.
It's nowhere. But
so
anyways.
everywhere in the middle of America. Okay, then.
America consists of Florida, New York, Maine, LA, and Texas. Everything in between doesn't exist.
California.
I call
I don't
Cali.
accept.
I call Cali Yeehaw, Design, and then Stephen King Land.
But anyways. You all wake up after an evening's rest, and the hosting ends as your host sits there on top of a tall mushroom and smiles at each of you. The tree trunk that encased you, Gabriella, falls away, and Lucian, you slept. Reagan, you slept hard. Nobu, you slept here and there. And the individual just smiles at you.
Enough for a full rest, yeah?
Yeah, that removes 1 level of exhaustion from you.
Cool. All right.
Now,
Question: does it do his clothes wilt?
no, not yet. The individual sitting there smiling, and now, our time as your host is about to expire. Before that happens, is there any final requests you all have? Anything at all, I do not mind.
I believe you've been more than gracious.
I appreciate the compliment, but I was just gracious enough.
Then Reagan wakes and knows full well it was her own fault for what she said.
But you didn't wake up dismembered or dead.
No, thank you for that. That was the first time I've ever experienced that.
How is it?
Have you ever... Have you ever died before?
No, I haven't. But I've heard many of people describe it and analyze them as they died repeatedly as well.
It's close to that.
Oh.
Without the commitment.
Very important. Commitment is very unfortunate. Now, as I promised, Glacey's body is whisked down and placed directly in front of you, Gabriella. It has been preserved this entire time. Untouched and unscathed. Are you going to
Thank
bring her
you.
back? Just curious.
Gonna try to.
And how do you plan on doing this? And does this have anything to do with Luna, as your big friend explained to me last night?
A little bit.
So that means you have Vita as well. Interesting.
A little bit.
I have no need for Vita. The Feywild is filled with life. We already value it as much as we like.
You know, at first I thought it would have been here.
Fine. But what's your plan? It sits down cross-legged on the ground.
I'm hoping that if I reverse the effects of Vida, her soul will return to her master.
Ah. But if that happens, wouldn't Luna return as well?
It's true, but Luna is in a spot where she was imprisoned.
Well,
I'm not sure if that would still fly after her passing, but
well, it says she would to remain there for the rest of her life, as written in the law.
yeah, see, I never read the law.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, are you capable of resurrection?
I am.
Do you have everything necessary to do it?
Yeah.
Would you like a stadium to perform it in, or just a small ceremonious laid out wake for it? I love to watch this so very much.
Are we gonna bring her back here?
But why
As
not?
I look to the party.
If her soul was anywhere else, this is closer than your plane, I assure you. Easier to travel to.
I'm not sure if my resurrection spell will work either.
Why not?
The way I understand the spell is that the soul has to be free and willing. And if her soul is bound to a devil, then there's no way for her to come to me without that devil's permission.
I think there is. You see, a soul must be free and willing, and a devil's contract. And they say it like it's a curse word. The contract of a devil pertains to the soul itself in its natural form, and where it guides to after it dies. But considering the soul did not go to the devil, that would leave the contract null and void. Meaning, it just needs a guide. And to be willing, of course.
I mean, we know he's telling the truth.
I never lie. And I so very much would love to watch the body come back to me. It's almost as beautiful as watching someone die.
That's
You know, Mr. Bush, you're becoming more and more creepy.
Right?
I apologize. But I don't
Hey.
lie.
Hey, it's your charm.
Thank you. If you would like, I can set up the ceremony for you here. And you can speak with your little stone and see if you can't convince it otherwise.
Yes, but I don't want a big stadium and a big spectacle of it.
What about just a small ceremony and I get to watch?
That'll be fine since you've helped us so much.
It waves its hands and you watch as the vine stretched down from the tree, scooping up almost like a rusty and woven hammock for the body. Immediately after, a different vine whiffs down and puts a small rainbow set of flowers around her crown, with Blurple in the middle.
Eliza's going to raise his hand.
Mhm.
Would this be considered your action to help us?
My action to help you was a different deal. This is separate.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Just checking. Could have lost a shield if I didn't.
But anyways. A beautiful arrangement of blue tulips appear around her. And then immediately after, the individual goes, that won't do. Waves, all of them just disappear into dust, and then carnations instead. Much more beautiful.
She likes poison. Why not foxglove?
Can you make flowers that look like bugs?
Does she like those? Gabriella,
Yes.
does she like those?
Like, beyond all logic. That is her thing.
Wait, you mean bugs like points at the shoes?
Like, yes, her
Oh.
shoes.
No, that's just tacky.
Well, don't tell her that.
Anyways. You do see poisonous thorns appear all around her as well, in silhouette around, and the platform itself raises and sits gently, and you watch as individual flowers bloom where you need to place the diamonds for the ceremony itself. The individual starts twirling around majestically and happily and goes, now you know the way resurrection works, right? You must grant offerings in order to coax the body along, to make the journey easier for it. 3 offerings may be made. The channeling does not count as the first. When you are
I
ready...
can give one. I can give one.
And you watch as, like, a thorn throne appears and whisks the individual further away. Don't mind me, I'll just be watching from afar. Crosses their legs and watches. Little strawberries keep growing on the same vine and it bites and...
Conveyor belt.
So, Gabriella. First, you have to make your wisdom saving throw.
I'm going to use my inspiration for this one.
Motherfucker, use guidance.
It doesn't work on saving
I
throws.
know. It's bless.
Could use bless.
I've rolled the worst saving throws today with plus 11.
Oh,
Elias, please mute yourself. Thank you.
how was it me?
Oh, whoever that was, thank you for muting yourself. But as you reach out towards the stone and try focusing upon it, it seems to not accept your authority.
Elias is gonna walk over to Gabriella. We're choosing a vacuum. He's going to like look at you and he's gonna ask. And it does not respond to you.
Not right now.
If it doesn't respond to coaxing, why not force? And I'm going to hold out my hand. And I am going to attempt to force my entire presence towards it.
Alright. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Another 14. This time the reverse of his roll.
You don't have the capacity to force your presence onto them, would appear. Vita does not recognize you.
I do
Right.
believe only one individual here was supposed to use Vita. Perhaps she can try.
Miss Raken, please show this bitch ass gem what's for.
I'll do my best. And she reaches her hand out to Gabriella.
If there's a chance that I can bring Glacis back, I'll set it in her palm.
Reagan,
Mm-hmm.
wisdom saving throw.
You still have your DM inspiration, so you could have advantage on it.
So we get one every time?
Every session.
Yes.
Okay.
You only get an extra one if you do the recap.
And that was with my inspiration for 19.
Well, you try pushing your will and presence over this gem, but it seems to not fully accept you. Not high enough. The gem is incredibly willful and powerful. It is the embodiment of life itself. 19 is not very willful by comparison.
That's a pity. I had hoped that that would work.
As did I.
It is the embodiment of life. And yet, it's not allowing us to attempt to bring life.
So DM, I'm under the impression that I can't even try because I am like controlling Tempest, right?
Presumably. However, you know you can do something else to help.
What?
Tempest has an ability. It costs you a lot, but it does get to rewind.
I thought I lost that.
Read through my notes, because I didn't write down that you lost it.
Like rewind? I don't remember it rewinding.
I think it does, because Wyatt even mentioned rewinding time.
Yeah, going back 15 seconds.
Yeah, I just have requires attunement, 15 points, can cast these spells.
Well, it is a sentient stone that you can try to force your will upon to attempt to rewind a short period of time if you want. However, you know it comes at a cost.
Yeah. So I could attempt to rewind and give Gabriella a second chance, or?
Yes?
Glacis.
Glacis' will is too strong. If you would like to try, that is.
Yeah, I'll try that.
You focus on the stone while they're all passing it around between their hands, and you start trying to feel out Tempest, the embodiment of time. Give me an intelligence saving throw, Lucian.
Oh no, I'm terrible at those.
Shut the fuck.
28.
Do you want to push further?
Yeah, I can give it the old +4 for a 32.
It does make a difference for how much time passes.
Okay.
Regardless, you would have been allowed to do this, but the lower your number, the more time that passes. So, no, you don't add force damage to this.
No, I clicked it,
He
but the
beats
thing
himself
moved.
over the head with it.
You will submit.
Oh, my brain hurts!
But as you're looking at this display, tick tock, tick tock. How much time do you rewind?
Enough to let Gabby try again.
So that'd be 6, 12, 18 seconds.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As you watch the time is slowly dilating backwards, you look over where the one Whimsy is staring down at you, unaffected by this. Smiles. That's fun. However, after all that, everybody ignore what just happened. 16 seconds went back. Gabriella, you
Okay.
just heard. Then go ahead. And they whimsically go up there and start eating the strawberries off the vine. Lucian, I'm rolling to see how much you aged. Because that was a lot longer than the last time you used it.
Yeah,
I'm
it
getting
was.
the strangest feeling of deja vu.
Well, I think the last time I used it, it was 2 rounds, and this time it was 3 rounds.
That's a
Or 4
lot.
rounds.
This was 3. You went back
Three.
18 seconds. 6, 12, 18.
Yeah.
25 years.
Alright. I'm an elf.
Yeah.
It hurts, but not as that bad.
You now have crow's feet. But anyways, Gabriella, you're sitting there, breathing. Go ahead and make your wisdom saving throw. No.
Life.
Does he get his advantage back?
No. IRL, we didn't time shift. That'd be too powerful.
Hey!
All right.
You feel your will is pressing against it, and as Noel is pushing back against you, you hear a quieted little voice inside. Do not want it to remain, and you want to instill. Did you hear me, Gabriella?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it asking me if I want to continue?
It's asking you if you want to switch. Vita
Oh.
is showing that it is sentient.
I look at it and whisper, I choose life.
We choose life. And you watch as the stone glows with that bright, burning radiance, and immediately your skin shifts back into that golden glow that you have. Your hair is now blonde again, flowing and
Red.
long. Red again. Sorry. However, this time you have a slight part and almost like a bob cut on your head. So you still have it longer, it still flows, still a little wavy, and your entire pigmentation shifts back to what it was but a day ago. As the stone is now vibrating and glowing with that yellow pulsation. We choose life. You all look as Gabriella shifts from her fallen form to the radiant one you're all very familiar with.
Is that so? The stone changes her hair.
That's it. It's a cosmetic stone.
Yep. That's the whole
That
difference.
work.
I mean, hey.
A lot of work for. She is the protector of beauty.
Oh, forgot to mention Reagan is now in spring.
Okay. So Reagan has completely shifted her appearance now as well to be more vibrant and lively and a bit greener in the like braces of the hair, like the roots of it itself moving in.
And it has become blonde, and she has green eyes to match the hair.
Apparently everybody's getting a makeover here, Nobu. Just well, you have that fancy robe, so.
I've
Fuck it,
changed.
taking
was
off the
soiled.
horns.
But as you do that, you hear clapping from up top. Bravo! Bravo! Oh, that feels so lovely. And the individual is just staring at Lucian the whole time.
Glacies looks more corpsey.
So, Gabriella,
Um,
you may
All
now
right.
begin the ritual. 3 offerings from 3 different individuals. You are the channel between life and death, using Vita, and using all of the diamonds that I believe you possess for resurrection.
Yes.
place it all around ceremoniously, and as you place each one, you all hear a slight harmonic voice emanating, one after another, trailing into each of them and glowing with this warm, vibrant sensation. It is beautiful, it is calming, it is glowing. And you watch as Glacey's body darkens again into a more lively appearance. You watch as 3 of the diamonds are lifted up higher and hooked, as the first one starts pulsing, waiting for the first offering. Gabriella, you will be last.
Okay.
I'll do the first one. Nobu pulls out the hell visa he has on him. What he got in the very beginning, the first time to hell. Yeah. I don't know who else would go to hell with me and come back. Well, I guess a few of you have. Well, only 2 of you. But stay down there for a while with me and hang out. And I don't know if I'd want to go back on my own again. So I'm going to need you to come back now. And without this, I'm going to need somebody to at least bring me in properly. And going to basically offer up the hell visa.
You toss it onto the body, where it begins glowing. I need you to roll me a persuasion check.
I'm going to use my DM inspiration to negate my
disadvantage.
Guidance.
You're busy with the ritual.
Ah, darn.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to guide anybody. Sorry. 23.
Emotional guidance.
You watch as the visa disintegrates against her, and you see a single out pushing of the chest, a half breath. And the first diamond fades, coalesces over the body. The second one begins glowing now.
Alright, I will approach. I will pick up her crossbow and I'll place it on her chest. And I will say, you know you still have work to do. And in about a month or so, there's going to be spring edition bugs. That's all I'm going to say.
Persuasion has already been utilized, so we need something else for the offer. Some other skill.
Survival!
Would you like to?
Yeah.
What do you say?
What? Yeah, I told her her work is unfinished and she wants those spring edition bugs.
Survival would be more as the guide through the area.
Okay.
So what can you offer to guide a wayward spirit here?
You've traveled the realms many times. And though we've never gone to the Feywild, we have done a great many adventures in the far realms.
Give me a survival check. As you start recalling in your mind the exact astral pathway from everywhere in the known verse that you have.
17.
Begin coaxing and trying to outline the path, but unfortunately without knowledge of where she would go if not to Glacies or to Fierna. You watch as the diamond turns to dust. Does not coalesce the body, but fades outward. It's a single failure. Gabriella. The third one begins glowing.
I put my hand on her face, and I've never really cared about anything or anyone until I met you and you became my best friend. Up until then, there was only one thing that I was really proud to have, and that was my hair. I'm gonna pull out a dagger and cut my hair really short and place it on the little pedestal for it.
Give me a general charisma check. Advantage. You felt your pleas, you felt your cries. You try coaxing the body as best as you possibly can. But you feel that your words are falling a bit short. However, the ritual is not over. As you begin fearful that her track will become increasingly more difficult. Glacies, are you there? Glacies. You've been seated in oblivion, walking around aimlessly. Nothing around you. No people. No floor, no ceiling, no walls. It is pure white here. Nothing else. But that's not uncomfortable. It's actually quite nice. Not having to worry about anything. Being able to just relax. Breathe. You've been sitting here for years and years and years. Not really sure how much time is passing, however. But in the break of your infinite rest, you watch as dust starts filling around you, sparkling and shining. And you kind of have a hazy vision of your body on a green set pedestal with lovely poisonous thorns surrounding you and blue flowers drifting around. You hear the words of Nobu beckoning you to come back with his only visa into hell. You hear Lucian trying to map you through the multiverse in order to bring you back to where they all are right now. But it's more confusing to you than anything. And then you see Gabriella mutilating her hair and hoping to coax you back to this plane where they stand. You hear from behind you a quieted voice, though you cannot turn and look over at them. Do you want to go back? Go ahead and type your response. Yes. My Bugs and Nobu and Lucian and even Gabby. Then you are allowed one skill to try to find your way back there. Whatever you would like to try to do. You are in Oblivion, so you have nothing but you. Only what you know, only what you are capable of, can assist you in this. A 22 stealth. You begin tracking through Oblivion, stretching out towards that picture you see, and start going through an astral sea, trying to stay quiet and out of sight, floating through and knowing your navigation through this entire endeavor, pushing further and beyond to this area. I would have allowed it. As you continue pushing, you do see the astral dragons and the large looming beasts of this sea watching you, trying to, but losing sight as you slip between one after another. However, now's the deciding factor. With 2 out of 4 successes, the DC on your first resurrection Glacies is going to be 12. It's just a solid D20. You all wait there. Watch as the ceremony fades. Looking at your hair, glowing, and then fading once again, Gabriella. The third diamond disappears. The ceremony subsides. Body is lying there, chest falling from that raisin position. Still. As you all watch, hopeless and despaired, sudden breath from her.
Oh my god.
Coming into life immediately, coughing and breathing out all of the mucus and disgusting matter stuck inside of her, blood being upchucked and thrown against the entire area. An instinct kicks into you, Glacies. You reach over, grab your crossbow, which was lying on your chest, and aim it around, looking frantically at everybody just staring at you. And this is where we're going to end tonight's session. Everybody, thank you for being patient with me and enjoying this show. And for the Raiders, thank you for that follow. Raiders, thank you very much for joining us here at the end. Sorry it was the end of this. This is a little shorter than I usually do, but given the fact that Glacies just came back to fucking life, I want her to be here for the next part. Sorry it's a little short, but Glacies needs to be here for the next part. But anyways, everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. We're going to go over and host somebody else instead, so definitely stay tuned and interact. And players, thank you for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. And of course, everybody, remember, always love each other and keep your friends close. Goodbye.